Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
It's one more hot day, and tomorrow I think it's cool off a little bit, and the rain, we get 80 degrees, some 88 or something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 85, something like that. Yeah, actually Tuesday is 879. But then back to 80 something, but I think that next week, I think we cool off a little bit in the, at least in the 80s or the whole 90s.
Yeah.
So, hey, I remember that. A couple of years ago, around this time, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, there was a
Oh, we had the
yeah.
derechos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you happen to be in India,
Good morning, everyone. We're going to do the opening prayer. This is page 3. All mothers and beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstacles who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be separate from suffering, and save love and establish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious Buddhahood. All mothers and beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstacles who harm me, and those who create obstacles to my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be separate from suffering, and safely I will establish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. Dalai don't want si beda, no bar si bege, taraba dan dam jen jen be bar de ju bar se ba, tam je je so se be, ma nam ga dan nyam be, sem jen dam je dewa dan ding, dung arar dan jar nyor de la na me ba, yang da bar zo be zan ju rin bu ji do bar za. Thus until I achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. We take refuge in the kind Ru Lama and the lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deities of the mandalas of the Yadams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dakas and Dakinis and the Dhamma gardens, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Page 5. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise in the example of the Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas embrace the enlightened mind and the progress on the Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, giving birth to bodhicitta and applying myself to complete stage of the path. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separate from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. So now we skip these 7 long prayers. Go to the page 10a. The ground is sprinkling with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Meru, the Supreme Mountain, the 4 continents, and the sun and the moon. As a Buddha fair, I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness of Buddha fairs. To the lamas who possess the 3 kayas, I offer the altar, inner, and secret offerings, with my body, wealth, and all that is visible. Please grant me the supreme realization and enlightenment. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. Om Guru Rena Mendra Punza Munga Samandra Savaran Samaye Ahom. Unequal refuge, ornament of the world. Your fame provides the 30,000 words. You are the victor, Vajradhara, without doubt. I bow at the feet of Father Jitin Songgo. Continually I think of no one but you. Compassionate one, grant your blessing. Dispel the darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize unliberated nature of mind. Please turn the way of the Dharma of the two workers and their combination, according to disposition and likewise the mental capacity of sentient beings. Okay, so which one we're going to share today? So maybe we do a little bit meditation first, follow the yesterday. Which one is first? Okay, so maybe we do it that way. Focus with the breath. Okay, sit everyone, 7-point posture. So today I'm not going to talk about again the 7-point posture yesterday shared with you, like this, sitting like this, yeah? And now, close your eyes and inhale, exhale 3 times, longer inhale, exhale 3 times. Mind just resting with your breath, letting go all the thoughts. So that bring your, mind and body connecting, and you recognize where you are. So otherwise, you don't know where you are. Your body is here, but we don't know where is your mind. Mind is always go somewhere else. Okay, so first we do 3 times longer. Exhale, inhale, counting 1 time, and then like that 3 times. Then after very short 3 times, so 6 times total together. Close eye, focus your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale, exhale 3 times short. Inhale. Exhale from the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So now we're going to do 3 times inhale, exhale. It's not only focus for breath. When you inhale, it's fill your body and recognize all your body senses. And inhale, exhale time. So more focus with your body. Actually, breathing 3 times, exhale, inhale. But when you inhale, it's more you recognize your body's senses, focus your body. Exhale, inhale 3 times together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So this is like same as yesterday. We did a mindful body meditation. Focus each part of the body. So today we don't have time to do that, but this representative or the similar benefit. When you inhale, we do again 3 times, like focus whole your body. Recognize whole senses and exhale. Recognize whole your body, 3 times we do. Focus more for your body. Be present, letting go all the previous and future thoughts. And be with your mind, be with your body. Breathing is connecting your body and the mind together. Your mind recognizes your body, whole senses. 3 times together. Inhale. Longer. Recognize all your body senses. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now we do very short 3 times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so that actually mindful body meditation focus with breath. Yesterday we did it the longer way, but just right now we did it a very short. Same benefit, same benefit. If you know how to do. Then next is we're going to focus for your feeling. So we're going to exhale, inhale, 3 times again. And which kind of feeling you have. Maybe you have something happy, or maybe you have something sad, or maybe you have something just strong feeling, something, Think about that, focus when you're in breathe, exhale, they recognize your feeling, what is going on in your mind. So it's kind of called mindful feeling meditation. If you do this more practice, the next time if you have emotion arise, you recognize it easily. When you meditate, sometimes we have thoughts arise. We don't recognize when we have thoughts come. So the reason is because we don't have enough practice mindful feeling meditation. So feeling meditation really helps you and recognize which kind of emotion or happiness or sadness come in your mind. So now we go 3 times inhale and exhale. Look for your feeling, watch your feeling. Okay? Feeling is actually, you have to make separate from your mind. Awareness, watch your feeling. Breath is connecting, giving you awareness. And then you can watch your feeling, recognize. You recognize your feeling, look to your feeling. Actually, feeling is not really exist. It's just only kind of, like, what is that, delusion or not? It's kind of, this actually, just feeling is nothing, is like physically anything inherently exists there. So you have to recognize that. You recognize that, then feature means the next time, if you have any kind of strong emotions, whatever comes, you can recognize, you can watch that. So it's very profound meditation. Mindful feeling meditations. If you go more deeper and deeper, then Mahamudra talk about it. We recognize all thoughts is Dharmakaya. So that meaning is like when your thoughts arise, you recognize thoughts, you're seeing these thoughts. The thought, which kind of thoughts doesn't matter. You have positive thoughts or negative thoughts. Any thoughts arise, you see that thought is not really exist. You can see that thought is emptiness. So that you recognize thought is emptiness, thought is naturally liberated. So that is called the thoughts transform to the Dharmakaya. Emotion is transformed to the Dharmakaya. And sometimes, we have anger arise, right? So we don't recognize we have anger. Then anger controls us. So then you do anything, it's become mistake and the problem create problems. So maybe harm for others, harm for yourself. You cannot control yourself. If you know how to meditate, like conscious, mindful, feeling meditation, this is to go more deeper and deeper. The anger arises. So you recognize anger. Anger feelings arise, you recognize that. So you can make separate your mind and anger. Awareness, you can watch the anger, Oh, it's anger. Then anger is, you see, is actually just air, Not really anything exists. Just only like your feeling or air, like kind of like air, right? Then you see that the anger is, you seeing no any exist permanently there. You watch the anger is emptiness. Actually, anger is not really any ground, any source, any root come from. You see, its anger is just air and feeling. It's naturally released. So that's where, like other emotions also you can transform. Whatever anger, emotion arises, your mind, awareness recognize that and transform to, like called the wisdom. Vajrayana talk about, emotions transform to the wisdom. Emotion transform to the wisdom meaning is the emotion you recognize emotion, look that emotion, no exist, no permanent. It's liberate emotion. So that is called the emotion transform to the wisdom. So that's the reason, like if we don't practice mindful feeling meditation, then, like not possible to emotions transform to the wisdom. Yes?
Is when you have to control ourselves and we have to stop the meditation, start observing the anger and not to react to the emotions.
Yeah, not only just react to emotion, So people who are patient and like, like kind of calm, they not react right away. They also have time to think about. So that is the first step. But you really, the practitioners does is totally different, not only react. When anger arises, awareness, watch the anger. You use your anger, is take to the path. So you see your anger is rootless, groundless, emptiness. You stay that awareness, seeing that your mind, aware, stay in the present, then anger is transformed to the Dharmakaya. Yeah, wisdom. So sometimes we talk about the no act, right way emotions. So that's also a good thing to do. If you do that, also you need some level of practice and meditation. Otherwise, like emotion comes, we don't recognize the right way you do something. It creates problems. Harm for others, harm for yourself too. So sometimes, like somebody tell you some harsh words, you right away, and how to say the right way you react to them. Then maybe when your anger is gone, you regret, why I did that, yeah? Because that is too fast reaction. Yeah? So that's the reason, like also have to think about it a little bit. And the good is like for breathe that. Breathe in, exhale, like focus the breath and calm down your anger. Then you say something also is more, powerful or is more wisdom. But when you have strong anger, you're telling something, it's like create more problems. So now we're going to meditate. Mindful feeling meditation, okay? Low to your feeling, whatever have any thoughts going on, something specifically you have difficult problems, you load that fear. Where is that? Recognize that feeling. Watch that feeling. Then it's actually air, not really in there. So you see that, then stay in that feeling. Naturally, that fears go away. Okay, so now we do the breathing again. 3 times. Inhale, watch your feeling. Just right now I'm talking about the breath. That's only bring your mind awareness, breath. So actually you have to look to your feeling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so now we're going into the Shamatha meditation. Yesterday I shared with you that we focus object, So anything in front of you, like color or something, pick up that. Eye, don't close eye. Open very softly, get the object. Mind resting with that object. So that's also called, Tibetan called She Ne. She means like become peace. Your mind get peace. Ne means abide, peacefully abiding. Stay very calm, relax. And resting object. Breathe naturally. Next, we're going into the focus with the breath. So this breath is not same as I just share with you. This breath is mind resting with the breath naturally, no effort. You cannot like forcing your breath. Inhale, exhale, not like that. No, live naturally. Mind resting with the breath. Don't analyze. Don't count the breath. Just mind. Be with your breath. Resting mind with your breath. You can close eye or open eye. Either way is okay. So which is easy for you? Some people like to close eye. Some people like to open eye. So that's either way is okay. If you have like fogginess mind, sleepy, then don't close eye. If your mind's like lots thoughts going on, kind of if you see some object, if you cannot focus for breath, distraction, this object distract your mind, then close eye. It's always depend on you. You don't have to do every day same time, same thing. Close eye. Sometimes you do open the eye. Sometimes you do close eye, and you can get like every day is different situations. Also, you go to different place, also different. So this not required to open eye, close eye, whatever easy for you, just practice that. So the main point is mind resting with your breath. So we do that practice together. it's good. Many people sleeping, looks like. You are sleeping? Okay, so now the last one, the shamatha. Going to practice no using any object, focusing. Mind just resting and avert everything. Don't follow any past, future, just be present. Don't use any object focus. Don't use focus breath. So we try, like called independent. Your mind stay calm, peace, no any support. Yesterday we talked lots about that. So we stayed that meditation. Then after that, we're going into the spiritual insight meditation. So this last section, shamatha, spiritual insight meditation is not much difference. Very similar. So don't use any object, okay? If you cannot mind controlled or cannot stay, then just go back to focus with the object or breathe. But if you can stay without any using object, try. So what I do meditate, first I focus, pick up something object, mind resting with that, then slowly release and focus breath. And then that's also go away, and then try to stay alert. No using any object. You just go right away, no using any object. It's very hard. So first, maybe 1 minute, focus with something object. Then release that, no using any object, nothing, also okay. Or release that first regular object, then go into breath. 1 minute, then go into breath again, and then go into no any using object. That's also, like you can go step by step. Do you have any questions? No, right? It's okay? Yes?
Your legs feel tired.
Huh?
No, if your legs feel
Yes.
full or tired, can we switch? Can we
Yeah, you can sit,
sit in the way you feel comfortable?
Yeah, try to sit comfortable. Make like a little bit higher at the back side. It's good, And like this way, sitting. That's why we have this meditation cushions. So you can put 2. If 1 is not enough, put 2. So that really helps your, the balance. Sit comfortable. Otherwise, you cannot meditate. If your leg is pain, have something going on, not easy to focus any object. Ready? Yes.
If you focus on the pain, then it is just like focus on the feeling, on the emotion,
No,
on the body.
You focus pain is then you feel more pain.
Right.
Don't focus pain. The feeling is a little bit different than that. Feeling, like your mind, not focus for body's pain or suffering. More mentally, mind feeling, not body's senses. Yeah. Okay. Really relax. You enjoy? Yes. So which is good for you for focus breathe or nothing any using any object? No using any object. Which is better? Breath? Easy, right?
Because then when I see the object,
Yes.
or like if I concentrate on the Buddha,
Mm.
then I might see other things as well, and then my mind goes other places. So just focusing on the breath is all.
Okay, so now I want to share with you the Vipassana. How to meditate on Vipassana. So we did the Shamatha. Shamatha has 3 different levels. The first one, just focus regular object, right? We mind resting with the object. Second one, we did focus with breath. The third one, we don't use any object, just mind, alert, present. Recognize, stay. So that 3 different levels Shamatha has. Now next is Vipassana meditation. Vipassana meditation is called, Tibetan call is Lam Thong. La Thong means seeing spatial, or English is spatial insight meditation. So La Thong means that you seeing something before not seeing. It's more beyond than you usually with thoughts. So that is called Lam Thong. The Lam Thong, this section has 2 different levels. Vipassana, analytical or discursive meditation, and non-conceptual meditation or rest in the mind. So first section is called analytical meditation. Second section is called non-conceptual meditation or rest in your mind. So today we don't have time to share with you first section, analytical section. Analytical section is very difficult. So actually based on all the Buddhist philosophy, analytical is, use logic, investigating, and analytic, you think about, study, contemplate. So that is called analytical part of meditation. Usually, like with Buddhist teachings, like goes like study, contemplate, meditation. So analytical is a study, contemplate. So that is called analytical meditation. Have to think about a lot, investigating. So good for philosophers. Actually, I have here is very short sections, analytical. So just usually we think about where these thoughts come from. Thoughts, your mind is same or different. You have to use analytical. If somebody asks you, your thoughts is your mind or mind is a separate thoughts, what are you going to say? Your answer is, thoughts, mind is the same or different? Somebody asks you, thoughts, mind is the same or different? What are you going to say? Thoughts, mind is the same? So then, yes.
They're different because the mind can observe the thought.
Mind and the thoughts are different.
In my thinking,
Yes.
the mind can observe the thought. So
Yes.
they're separate.
It's harder to say it's same or different. The reason is if same, also have problem. If different, then also incorrect. So, what the reason is? So I have somewhere here. It's like thoughts is mind same. If either way is incorrect, where is that section? Okay, so here says, now try to see where the form that appeared to you come from. I said, this is talking about a form. So anyway, thoughts, mind is here it says that deeply and carefully look to see where the emotion come from. Emotion and the thoughts is the same, like where this emotion come from, where this thoughts come from, where it can be located. So actually think about it, in the sky sometimes have a lot of clouds. Where this come from, where they located, where they goes. So hard to you point, right? And where it goes. First, in this present awareness, you have mind. So your mind is like how you recognize you have mind. Somebody asks you, where is your mind? Can you show or no? You cannot really show your mind for someone, right? Then how you recognize your mind? First, in this present awareness, you have mind. Means like present awareness, that is your mind. We cannot talk about the past, we cannot talk about future. Present awareness, that is your mind. And suddenly out of this mind, a thought or emotion arise. Suddenly you have like present your mind, like right away thoughts arise. Try to see the following. Try to see where this thought goes, where this come from. Did it come from mind or something outside of the mind? The thoughts come from your mind or some other place come from. So it's come from mind, right? No mind, no thoughts. So is it one with the mind or it is separate from the mind? See, these thoughts, emotions, same as your mind or separate from your mind. If you could conclude that thoughts or emotions are mine, as sunbeams are through the sun, as the sunbeams. Sunbeams means like sun shining, right? If you conclude that thoughts or emotions are true minds, as sunbeams are the sun, are through the sun, it is a fallacy. Fallacy meaning is like delusion, right?
Yeah.
Fallacy.
Yes, it's incorrect.
Incorrect, yeah? See, if it's the same,
Yeah.
it's wrong. Yeah, first, fallacy, actually, fallacy. It is fallacy.
The word is fallacy.
Yeah, because the sun and its rays shine simultaneously.
Then can
That means like, if you think sun and the sunbeam is same,
That's right.
cannot be same is together.
Right.
Okay, so that means cannot be same. So see, your thoughts, your mind is cannot be same. When you have thoughts, you have a mind.
Right.
So together, right? Your mind and your thoughts together. So then how can be same? Same means you cannot have separate.
Then can you also compare, can you also think of it as water and waves?
Mm.
The water in the ocean and the waves. It is-
So same or different?
That is a comparison. You're talking about the thought and the mind.
Yeah.
So it is similar to the waves and the water,
Waves and water.
right? Can I make that comparison?
Well, this is kind of, but actually not really same thing. Thought is not really mind, mind is not really thoughts.
Right.
The wave is actually water.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Just like sunbeam and the sunshine,
Sun and the sunbeams, you can say same, but actually really not same.
right?
Because they have two simultaneously together. So two simultaneously together means you and I together here, it cannot be one.
Right.
Same thing, your mind, your thoughts simultaneously together. That means like your thoughts, your mind is not same.
No. Well, thoughts have causes and conditions. They,
Okay.
mine does not.
Okay, so
Mine's
then
uncreated.
you think about it, but you cannot give any answer.
No, you can't.
All answer is incorrect.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. So no, it's another way. If you conclude that mind and thoughts, mind and emotions are one, or they are one, so cannot be one. Is it that mind appears as a thought? Is it that whole they are one? See, you cannot say one, you cannot say different. Without the mind, you don't have a thought. You cannot say same because the mind and the thoughts are simultaneously comes together. So that meaning is actually no answer. You cannot say same, you cannot say separate. The reason is like it's both is not exist. Thoughts is not exist, really not come from, not really goes any place. It's delusion, Delusion, how can you say, oh, this is come from this? You cannot point to any, source of a permanent. So this is just delusion, right? So that kind of, we have to think about, where is this thoughts come from? Where is this emotion come from? So analytical means you thinking about, contemplate, and then you look to the mind. Where is mind? Mind is where is located. Where your body, your mind is the same or different? Where is I? Who is I? I meaning is like usually you say it's like 5 aggregates. It's a self. How many self you have? How many I you have? Only one, right? So how many aggregates? It's 5. That means like 5 aggregates cannot be self. 1 and 5 cannot be same. So like that, it's analytical using investigating. So that the analytical risk, you just investigate, then you really cannot find any place I and the self permanently. It's deluded. Okay? So that's the section is called all analytical section. It's really hard to understand. So today we're not going to go that direction because no time to talk. And I'm going to share with you is the non-conceptual meditation. The non-conceptual meditation is like best on is shamatha meditation. We just did shamatha, so now you go up to one step again. go more inner quality, inner way. Non-conceptual meditation is. No, it's where is it? The non-conceptual meditation. Non-conceptual. Just meditate on clarity. See here. The second category. So the first category is analytical section. So we skip that section. The reason is because we talk about other section, analytical. We need another extra 1 day to talk about analytical meditation. So we skip that section. The second category is known as resting meditation. Mind resting. Having thus truly examined. So if you have this book, it's page 68. I'm reading the 68. This in this one, the blue green one. Meditation, stage of meditation. If you don't have also okay, listen carefully, okay. So your body is here, mind goes somewhere, then you cannot hear anything. So when you're listening Dharma teaching, your mind must be there together. Focus listening. Body cannot receive the teaching, okay? Your mind needed to receive the teaching. So I read this carefully. I cannot make good, correctly pronunciation. So Auntie Hantam, she can help. And also, if you don't clearly, please let me know, okay? So it's discussion together. It's a very important section. So resting meditation, having thus truly examined the selflessness of person and the selflessness of phenomena. So that is part of already in the analytical. So checking, researching, selflessness of person means where is I? Look to whole your body, feeling, mind, any place you cannot find I and the self. So that meditation is called selflessness of the person. And the selflessness of phenomena is then you investigate all this object. So where is this table? Where is this temple? If you analytical use, you cannot find anything. It's just delusion, So that's meditation, selflessness of phenomena. Meditation. We're not going in that direction today. So until the selflessness of person and the selflessness of phenomena, until there is nothing else to look at. So then we see everything is emptiness, nothing is inherently exist. We recognize that. Then one means someone who wanted to meditate, one naturally enter a state beyond concept and beyond analysis. Then not analytical, not using any thinking about, cultivating, nothing. So a state of oneness beyond expression, without any fabrication. So not any thoughts. Stay non-conceptual. Resting mind. Thus meditate in CRASP or CRAPS. CRISP is CRAPS, right? CRAPS is sharp or crisp. What that means? Crisp.
Sharp, clean.
Sharp, very sharp. Your mind is very sharp, very clarity. Rest in the suchness nature itself means we're not using any object, focusing. no focus breath, no focus with any object external, no visualizing, no thinking about Buddha, nothing with using any like that kind of things. So then what is that called? Is like called resting in the suchness nature itself. Your mind is into your nature. That nature is called suchness nature, means like 100% pure nature. So it's called absolute truth, actually. That's the reason it's called the oneness beyond expression, means you really cannot talk about and describe that. It's when you meditate that, you recognize your experience. I cannot share with you wordly, words, right? Words explain about that. When you meditate, you really comes from your own experience. So that is called suchness nature. When you are new to the meditation, so you are new or you are practitioner? Are you new or are you practitioner? Say like this, yes, both are yes, yeah. So I say I'm new, okay? Okay, so when you are new to the meditation, means like if you are very new going into the special insight meditation, as you look nakedly at mind, you have to look your own mind. Nakedly means no any thoughts. So usually you know any cloth is called naked, right? Same like this. No any thoughts is called naked your mind. So then that time you have to lock your mind. You lock your mind, you have to see your mind. Not only just mind, no any focus. Like we did Shamatha last section, avert everything, present, stay. Not only that enough. This one is you have to look at your mind without any thoughts. If you have a thought, you cannot see your mind. In this one, I already put the tea, you cannot see the water. If you really wanted to see the water, cannot put tea in there. Not dust, anything, like pure, clean water. Then you can see water is pure, like that. Not any thoughts. Then you look at your mind. So, nakedly at mind, not seeing anything rare in nature. Then you look into your mind, you can see that mind is not really exist. No permanently exist or nothing is exist. If you see something exist, then you're really not seeing your mind. So, okay, then not seeing anything rare in nature. Nature is empty, is clarity. If you see something physically or with emotion, thoughts, then you're not seeing your mind. You will have the experience of being in this state of entity-lessness. So then, see, you will have experience. Your own experience can recognize that. Actually, nothing seeing, but your own experience recognize something of being in this state of entity-lessness. Just let your awareness rest naturally in this state. The meaning is like when you meditate, of course, we have to practice first common abiding, shamatha meditation. We did that. Without that, we cannot go into this section. So our mind is like so many thoughts. Same as the like water has lots dusty. You know, like somebody shake the water and the lots dusty. Then you cannot really see your water in there. You know, so much and dusty there, right? So you have to leave no shaking. The shaking is a thought, you know. So you leave, they all dusty naturally settled down, right? Settled. So that is the same as the shamatha meditation. You're always settled. Then you can see the water. So that is vipassana. Vipassana is like you seeing water is clear. You look water, you see clearly because not any dusty. So same like that, you know, this vipassana is like we seeing our mind. So how you can see your awareness, you can see that your mind. When you meditate and stay like this way, no any thoughts, not focus anything, your mind is empty. You cannot only focus empty. The empty also no nothingness. Mind is empty, but the reason is because mind is not permanent. Nothing is like inherently exist. So no physical form body. But no same is like, you know, nothing is usually we think about something, nothingness. Mind is empty, but it has clarity. So that clarity, emptiness is inseparable, not separate. You know, your mind is empty, but the empty is clear. Is clear is empty, is inseparable. Your awareness, seeing that, you stay in that nature. So that is called special insight meditation. You seeing mind nature. Which is mind nature? Is present, awareness, empty is clear. Another kind of awareness, but they don't have actually separate, but it's kind of like different aspect awareness. Different aspect awareness, seeing that. So that is called special insight meditation. You seeing, you know, your mind. Make sense or no? So that is called Buddha nature of mind. Okay, so now it's in this clarity of awareness, where there is no subject of meditation, no point of reference. See, actually, no any like subject of something, no subject, no object there. When we meditate the shamatha, we have a subject, we have object. Because you use object, your mind is a subject. You focus with the breath is object, your mind is a subject, right? In this meditation, you don't have a subject, you don't have object.
They merge into one.
Yeah, it's like non-conceptual means like it's no door, means no subject, no object. Only oneness. That's why it's already told only oneness. Suchness nature means one. So in this clarity of awareness, there is no subject of meditation, no point of reference. You cannot point anything. With nothing to attach onto us unborn, nothing to suppress, and nothing to do, nothing to reach onto us either empty or not empty. Just rest your mind. So then when you see your mind, you cannot say, oh, it's empty. It's empty also actually not exist there, you know. Empty is clear is empty, awareness, inseparable. But you recognize that nature, stay that present. awareness. So you cannot like then use analytic, oh, it's empty. Then you already have thoughts, you know.
That's right.
So you will say, oh, it's clarity. Then you already lose that. So then it's you already create, deluded again. So that's the reason it's a very subtle mind. It's not easy to recognize. It's always there, but we cannot go into state that nature easily. Very subtle level of mind. So that is called Buddha nature, it's Buddha. And when we die in the Bardo, who recognizes that nature in the Bardo is liberated in the Bardo. You don't have to go through in the state of Bardo. You have become right away Buddha. Who can be that kind of liberation is during the not die before. You meditate, then you recognize. But that awareness present is clarity, empty, inseparable, beyond the thoughts, beyond the expression, non-conceptual, is hard to understand. So that's the reason always we have to go first, Shamatha meditation. Make sense or no?
Yes.
Okay. So now once you have just as your mind, that is the beginner meditation, like just do like that way meditating. So just say, I said, when you are new to the meditation, as you look nakedly at the mind, right? And not seeing anything rare in nature, you will have the experience of being in this state of entitylessness. So you just resting that nature. Don't fabricate anything. Just stay that nature. Sometimes we key into that, but hard to stay in that awareness. So we cannot say we don't recognize, but sometimes you meditate more and more shamatha, then go up to in vipassana. Sometimes you can go in there, but not always can be stay there. It's easy to lose.
Because our mind always fabricates.
Yeah, mind is always fabricated thoughts. And we bring everything, it's like just kind of like our perception, That's the reason, when you meditate vipassana, always supplication to the Buddha, lineage teachers, Guru, and then into meditate. That's remove these also obstacles and get blessing. So through the blessing, you have to recognize your nature. So that's the reason also we have to create accumulation merit. So without accumulation merit, you cannot really go into that state. Even you can go in there, but easy to mind is turn away from other side, other direction, So when you gain, once you have gotten a little more adept at the practice, then you are a little bit more become used to meditate vipassana. Whatever arises and whatever appears, you will only need to look directly into it. So when like more practitioner, whatever thoughts arise, whatever object you're seeing, just look directly into it. You will not need to put any special effort into resting your mind beyond this. What your thoughts arise, let arise thoughts. Letting go. No need to push any effort, go away thoughts. So you have become more, practitioner. Then when thoughts arise, you don't have to try to stop the thoughts. Let arise thoughts. Thoughts arise, you seeing thoughts, just letting go thoughts, That's the reason here said you will only need to look directly into it, means thoughts, emotions, and appearances arise. Look directly into it. Look that thoughts, emotions, appearance, anything is not exist permanently. It's all is emptiness. You will not need to put any special effort. You don't have to put any effort into resting your mind beyond this. So that section is like we cannot stop the thoughts. When thoughts arise, don't use any method letting go thoughts. Just you look the thoughts. Thoughts also naturally empty, no essence, liberate. So that section has kind of like different examples. Thoughts is like you cannot use any other like the antidote when thoughts arise. Let arise. The thoughts arise, release naturally. The meaning is like, when the snake, the neck, how to say neck, right? Night or night? Not. Or the snake not they're naturally their own. But you don't have to release, they naturally release their, you don't have to use any special something method, antidote for that. So that meaning is like, when thoughts comes, you don't have to use any effort, something, antidote for that. So, thoughts arise, naturally release. Make sense or no? Okay, so that way, the practitioners don't put effort naturally into that. When you gain greater accomplishment, then you have become more practitioner in the practice. You will be free from any grasping at a meditation or object on which to meditate, and therefore you will be free from any contrived or effort for meditation. So become you have more greater accomplished meditate, then your meditation is everything is naturally, into that state. You don't have to push any effort. It's called effortless meditation. So if you get that level, then it's become very high level practitioner. Make sense or no? It's hard. It's not easy to get into this level. So then the true essence. So the true essence, the ultimate meaning of all the myriad, I think myriad is lots of collections, right?
Yes.
M-Y-R-I-A-D. Myriad. Collections of Dharma teachings. In exchange is just this original mind, unmodified. So the main point is all Buddha's teaching. The purpose, essence, is recognize our natural mind. So that's the reason Buddha shares so many different teachings, like 84,000 Dharma teachings. Its purpose is recognize our nature. Our nature is original mind. Means like nature, no polluted mind. Unmodified. There is no higher practice than sustaining this. If you stay in that state of nature, you don't have to go more beyond that, This is the highest level meditation. So that's the reason I said there is no higher practice than sustaining, means maintaining, right? Practice. Whatever arises, whatever thoughts arise, let it arise. Don't try to stop the thought. Let it arise. But when thoughts arise, you don't recognize, you follow the thoughts. Then you lose your meditation state. So the main point is let it arise without grasping onto it. It's like meaning is don't try to stop the thoughts. Let arise thoughts and recognize thoughts. Thoughts arise, recognize thoughts. Don't think about, oh, I have thoughts. I try to find something, solution for that. That is wrong become. You don't have to find any solution. Thoughts arise, recognize, letting go thoughts. The meaning is no grasping to that thoughts. Means positive thoughts, you cannot have to grasp into that. Negative thoughts, you don't have to feel bad or, like try to find some solution for that. Let it arise without grasping onto it. The grasping at a duality of self and other is the root of samsara. See, if you are attached to your meditation, then also grasping. So, of course, like you have something negative thoughts, then or positive thoughts, you cannot grasping onto that. Also, you cannot grasp into your meditation. You cannot grasping onto your religion, your practice. The grasping at the duality of self and the other is the root of samsara. It need not be said that grasping at the negative side, like the three poisons, is problematic, as this is clear. But even grasping at the positive side, such as grasping to view, meditation, and conduct. So you cannot grasp into negative, you cannot grasp into positive both. Both have to go away. So now it becomes an impediment to liberation. Therefore, no matter what arises, do not grasp onto anything. This is the supreme path. This is how to do it. So then, that is the supreme path, how to meditate that. How to meditate this, relying on this method. So you have to use many different methods going into this meditation. Sometimes, people read a lot of books, meditation books, no teacher, and that thing that knows. Actually, if people who only read the books, meditate, you love that person who get really the quality without a teacher, right? Not possible. Sometimes people think, I know meditate, but you know something, but you need a method. Without a method, you cannot increase in your quality. You cannot purify your karma. Then you do that, meditate, maybe become more kind of a pride, and say, I know everything, I didn't meditate. They don't want to listen, So that thing, or other people, no one know, I know. So then you look, that person is really, the person is increasing their quality, inner. It's not possible. Because it comes more ego. The reason is why they don't know how to use method. That's the reason relying on this method is beneficial in discipline, confusion. So, whenever your mind wanders off in distraction, see, sometimes when you meditate, even you know, like is this meditation instructions. Sometimes you have so many thoughts. You really cannot stop the thoughts. Right? When you meditate, you have that problem or no? Yeah, see, thoughts is sometimes so many thoughts, we cannot stop that. Whenever your mind wanders off in distraction, such as when? Distractions, yeah. Where's the, where's distraction? Whenever your mind wanders off in distraction, such as when desire arises, pacify this distraction and quickly bring your mind back. Means like when you have emotion arise, right away your mind back into the nature. Meditate. This time when you are resting your mind, you cannot apply any antidote for your emotion. So usually we apply antidote. If you have anger, you cultivate the love and the compassion. You know, you have a desire, attachment, you cultivate impermanent. That's always a different method. But when you are in the meditation, you cannot apply. The most important is awareness. It's recognize and see what is emotion or thoughts arise and letting go. You know, so that's the main point. Pacify this distraction and quickly bring your mind back. Whenever you notice mind to be unhappy, seeing the quality of samadhi, cultivate happiness. See, then sometimes when you meditate, rest in mind, your mind is not happy. No happy feeling arise. Why is your mind not happy? The one reason is because you don't have enough accumulation merit. Another is obstacle. You know, when you go into the suchness, nature has lots of obstacles. That time, what you have to do? Then, not stay in the rest in mind, visualize the Ru Guru and the supplication to the Ru Guru or lineage teachers. You know, these are all the lineage, blessing lineages. When you see this Milarepa and Marpalosa, maybe this true story is very famous. It's like if you read these stories, you know, Milarepa and Marpalosa. Milarepa also has a very difficult time. Sometimes he meditates. So then he calling his Ru Guru Marpalosa. Sometimes Marpalosa appear to him, you know, and remove his obstacles. So that time, then you visualize Guru and also supplication, you know, we have a place to Guru, you know, something, chant prayers. Or you can do 7 branches prayer. 7 branches, or every morning we chant here, opening prayer. You know, there's a postation and confession, offering, these sections. You have to cultivate that and visualize all these lineage teachers and Ru Guru. They also like recognize your Ru Guru and your mind is inseparable. So that's release your unhappy feeling and sadness feeling and also your obstacles. So then here says, whenever you notice mind is to be unhappy, seeing the quality of samadhi means, then you also cultivate meditation's quality. So meditation helps peace, joy, happy, relax. That is just temporary, you know, quality, right? Permanent quality, free from suffering, liberation, you know, and permanent happiness. So all the inner qualities arise. So that kind of, you know, cultivate some quality of samadhi, cultivate happiness. So then think about the positive, some cultivate happiness. So then release your sadness too. Same is like sometimes you see somebody like, then thinking about that person is a negative, your mind is not happy. Thinking about that person is a quality, then release your unhappy feeling. Just different mindset. Make sense or no? So you see that watch TV or something, like talk about some person always talk about negative part. You thinking about that again and again. Your mind is not happy. So then you see some part qualities, good quality. You think about that way, then you release your unhappy feeling. So unhappy feeling, sadness feeling cannot be together. It's dependent. How you receive. You look to negative, unhappy feeling arise. That is good for you? No, right? Not good for you. You thinking about the positive quality, is happiness feeling arise. That is good for you? Yes. Right? Happy feeling. So change the mindset. And then when you start to get sleepy and you notice mind to be getting sluggish and unclear, focus your attention on happy, positive object as described above and pacify the lethargy of mind. Then when you meditate, stay in the nature, sometimes you are sleepy mind, fogginess, lethargy, like your mind is not sharp, not clear, and you really keynote into the suchness nature. That time then you look to the Buddha statue, and the special object. Focus your intention on a happy positive object. Means like something special object, you think seeing that comes give you happy feeling. So this positive object is also dependent individual, if you have a devotion and a faith, then Buddha is positive object. This lineage teaches positive object. But you don't have enough devotion and faith, then this object cannot be positive. But without devotion, without faith, you cannot really go into suchness nature too. You can meditate shamatha section, but not vipassana. Vipassana is very special. Insight meditation means only Buddhist. Shamatha is actually all basic meditation. You can see that, right? Understand or no?
Yes.
So this is talk about the absolute truth, suchness nature. It's very high level Buddhist practitioners, not the just regular people. Regular people means like who don't believe Buddha's teaching. So someone who believes Buddha's teaching, then they also trust Buddha, have devotion Buddha. So then you can go into suchness nature meditation. So that time you have this, lethargy, unhappy feelings, then focus with Buddha's image. Because you meditate special insight meditation, you recognize Buddha's quality. Then you have devotion arise. So use Buddha's image. It's release this unhappy feeling and your lethargy, pacify the lethargy of mind. Focus extremely intensely on the meditation. If you are resting mind, even if you push too hard or put in too much effort, so resting mind means you cannot really afford putting something. When you're beginning, with a preparation meditation, right? Preparation or engaging meditation, you must have to have effort. But you are into the meditate, you cannot have pushing. It's more relaxed. So some people always says like mind is so busy and everything's try to push, you know. That kind of people is really hard to get into such in this nature. Because this nature is opposite of that. You cannot pushing there. So if you have that problem, you need to relax and calm and letting go. So then if you are resting mind evenly and you push too hard or put in too much effort, that also will become a cause of mental distraction. That's also a problem, right? Distraction.
Mental distraction.
Mental distraction. Distraction. Yeah, so no push too hard. It's always there has balance. So-called middleware, you know, don't go to extremes. If you are sinking into lethargy and you do not push or apply effort, then what happens? Some people always too relax. The relax is due to the also sleepy fogginess, you know, not sharp mind, not relaxed meditation quality, you know. So that problem you have, then you have the effort. Your sitting also like more harder, like this. Posture. If some people is too much like, you know, like effort, some, you know, we already share up here, is pushing too much, push too hard or push too much effort. If you have that problem, then you need more relaxation. Go into the relaxation, your body. And your other hand is too lethargy, unclear, mind has like foggy, push more effort. Even your body's posture also. Okay? That will become a cause of sinking even deeper into lethargy, and you will not have any vipassana. Your mind will become as if blind. The mind is like, if you too much sleepy and the lethargy, mind is blind. You cannot see. Cannot see means really cannot see your nature. Not talking about seeing the object. Your eye can see things, but you're not really seeing your mind, nature. Therefore, if your mind sinks into lethargy, apply effort. If your mind is resting evenly, do not apply effort. So it's okay, balance, don't push too far, don't go into lethargy, stay, relax, and balance. Meditating on vipassana, your wisdom will become predominant. So now we have two different sections. Vipassana section, Shamatha section, right? So have to bring together. If you strong vipassana practice, you don't meditate shamatha, then your mind is not stable. You practice a strong vipassana, shamatha, no practice and vipassana, then your mind is really not seeing beyond in, you know, usually our concepts. Make sense? So that's the reason we need balance. Meditate on vipassana, your wisdom will become predominant, means like your mind is so sharp, but it's not stable. Its wisdom is dominant. And your shamatha practice may suffer like a butter lump in the wind. In the wind. So the lump is put in the wind, is the butter lump is shaking. Same thing, you know, your mind is like shaking, not really stable if you don't practice vipassana. Shamatha. Falling free to distraction. So then easy to distract. At that time, switch. It's very hard to W song is like switch. Your focus to shamatha practice. Then that time you have to go back to shamatha more. When your shamatha predominate, then meditate to cultivate wisdom. So shamatha is so strong. Then also shamatha predominate. They meditate to cultivate wisdom. So then we have to more meditate vipassana again, because have to create a balance. When you gain equal capacity, the vipassana, shamatha, we need equal capacity at both together. When you will abide without a fabrication in the bliss of body and mind. See, when you will abide without fabrication means like no fabrication, no thoughts, no conceptual, right? And then they have a lot, no fabrication meaning is a lot, right? So in the bliss of body and mind, then you really can get quality, your bless your mind, happy your mind, bless your body too, body and mind. Okay, so then if you do not experience the bliss of body and mind, at that point reflect that all world realms are illusory. So some practitioners attachment, attached to the bliss, and some to expectation bliss. When you bliss,
Joy.
yeah, joy. When you meditate, if you don't really get bliss, joy, mind and your body, don't to expectation for that. Its expectation is obscuration. If you don't have expectation, then qualities arise. You have expectation, stop the quality, So then also, when you meditate, bliss not arise. So you have to cultivate this worldly, this not only worldly, this whole thing, world, right? The world, sentient beings are suffering. All this world, sentient beings is deluded. So kind of, like meditate more impermanent. That helps you not expectation to bless. So reason here is if you do not experience the bliss of body and mind, at that point reflect that all worldly realms are illusory. Like a dream, a marriage, M-I-R-A-G-E, marriage.
Mirage.
So marriage is the same as delusion, right?
Yes.
Think to yourself, all these sentient beings have not realized the profound truth, and so they remain totally afflicted by confusion in samsara. So also then that time you have to cultivate compassion. So this gives you a chance to cultivate method part, compassion. So when you meditate, this is special insight meditation, you have to go together. It's method, wisdom. So your rest in mind, stay in the nature is wisdom. Then also you have to cultivate method, compassion. But one opportunity, when you meditate vipassana, you cultivate this compassion. See, when you meditate, you see in your nature. Then see that and stay that nature, and sometimes you look to other beings. All sentient beings has this nature, this bliss, joy, profound. But these all beings not recognizing this. They are deluded, suffering in samsara. So you think that, cultivate that, comes compassion arise to others. So that's then means like compassion, wisdom comes together. It's more powerful, purifying karma. So if no arise compassion, only wisdom cannot purify karma. So that reason, like method and wisdom have to come together. Sometimes we think about how can I apply compassion? I'm resting mind. But you have a chance. When you meditate, then sometimes you see other beings or think about others. See, they're suffering, they have this nature, they don't recognize, they are all doing causes of suffering. Think that cultivate comes compassion in your heart. So that is like wisdom is a cause, compassion is a result. It's a very powerful compassion. It's called unconditional compassion arise. If you thinking about, this all sentient beings, my mother, and then comes, we wish all these beings free from suffering. So that is like compassion go first, right? Love is a cause and the compassion is a result. But this is a conditional love, not unconditional love. So thinking about all is my mother. So this compassion is a more higher level. Make sense or no? Okay, so most everyone understand. Thank you. All these sentient beings have not realized the profound truth, and so they remain totally afflicted by confusion in samsara. I will do whatever I can to ensure they realize the true nature. See, bodhicitta comes, bodhicitta. I wanted to help them. Wanted to, free from their suffering. True nature dharmata. Thinking in this way give rise to great compassion in the bodhicitta. So that's also like very high level bodhicitta. When we talk about emptiness imbued with all perfect qualities, emptiness with all qualities together, how can you do that? It's using like this way is then when we talk about emptiness imbued with all perfect qualities come together. What do we mean? We mean emptiness inseparable with generosity. Emptiness inseparable with generosity. Emptiness inseparable with ethical discipline. Emptiness inseparable with patience. So then all 6 parameters is go together with emptiness. So that is called the perfection of wisdom. Yeah. So actually generosity has 2 different generosity. Just generosity or perfection of generosity. Regular generosity is like you see somebody's no food. You go to give food for them. So that is just regular generosity, not really perfection generosity. Perfection generosity is like you seeing who's suffering, they're also emptiness, but they don't recognize that. You seeing yourself also emptiness. And whatever you're doing action, also you're seeing emptiness. Then still you're doing these actions, like same is dreaming, So you does this 3 spheres. 3 spheres means like subject, object, action. But you're not really attached to that. You are no expectation to something. But you seeing is emptiness, 3 of them emptiness. You see yourself also empty. You see who's you're going to help for someone, that's also empty. Whatever you're doing, action, also emptiness. No any expectation. So recognize that it's called perfection of wisdom generosity. So that take you to the Buddhahood. If you see somebody suffering, you help for them, that generosity is a regular generosity that take you to reborn higher realms, not free from samsara. Because that practice is not really antidote to like your, like delusion. So Buddhahood is like free from dualistic. Make sense or no? So you have to free from dualistic thoughts. When you does that actions, this is like 6 parameter. Doing things is perfection. Like doing things is all with emptiness together. So that is called the perfection of wisdom. Emptiness inseparable with generosity. Also, all these 6 parameters. We also mean emptiness inseparable with wisdom. In this way, the pro-modal wisdom of omniscience, the supreme emptiness, imbued with all the qualities, is brought to full realization through the skillful means of generosity and so forth. So you does like that practicing, then you practice wisdom has all the qualities together. Generosity, morality, patience, joyful effort, meditation, wisdom, all it comes together. So that is called perfection of wisdom. That has all the imbued with all the perfection qualities. So that practice is purify karma. And that practice is increasing your qualities. See, now it's like Vipassana, Shamatha is bring together, right? Same thing, like your method, compassion practice and wisdom have to bring together. We have to practice inseparably. Omniscient wisdom is a perfect, true, skillful means. So the Buddha's wisdom is actually qualities, not only wisdom, not only the method. Method, wisdom have to come together, then Buddha's wisdom is arise. Omniscient wisdom is a perfect, true, skillful means. It does not arise only from wisdom. The path of the Bodhisattva is therefore exerted to be imbued with both wisdom and skillful means. This is how the transcending nirvana is attained. That is how the transcending nirvana is attained. That is nirvana that does not get stuck in either extreme. So that person is like then not stuck in the samsara, not stuck in the nirvana, because who meditated this has compassion. Who has compassion, that person not stuck in the nirvana. Compassion is benefit others. Then you have wisdom, you are not stuck in samsara. Free from samsara, free from nirvana. See, we are sentient beings, we are stuck in samsara. The reason we don't have enough wisdom. And the Shavaka Pakshika Buddhas, so we say the Theravada or Hinayana, the solitary realizers, they're stuck in nirvana because they don't have enough compassion to benefit others. So Buddhas means like free from these 2 extremes. Free from samsara, free from nirvana. So that's the called enlightenment, yeah? Enlightenment, then that enlightenment benefit others and benefit their own self. So that is where the quality come from. The quality come from compassion and wisdom together. Not only compassion, not only wisdom. So they all have to bring this together when you practice meditate. So that reason, when you meditate, Shamatha, Vipassana, any meditate, you have to, before meditate, cultivate compassion. Then cultivate bodhicitta. I'm going to meditate. I wanted to benefit others. After that, you dedication for others. So what I did practice meditation is benefit so all other beings. So that, two method. Beginning practice, you can use bodhicitta, change intention. End of there, you can do dedication. So that is a method. Then in the practice, you stay in the nature. That time, you don't have to think about the compassion, you don't have to think about dedication and other effort. Only just mind stay in the nature. So then that brings together. Then sometimes when you meditate in the nature, so we already talked, like sometimes you have sadness feeling arise, unhappy feeling arise. Then that time don't stay in that, non-conceptual meditation. So do some positive coming imprints like chant Vajrasattva mantra. Vajrasattva is like purification Buddha. Because they have obscurations, so we have to purify karma. Some people just Om Benza Sadho Samaya Manapalaya visualize Vajrasattva and the chant mantra. Some people just practice, Guru Yoga, means like visualize Ru Guru and supplicate to Ru Guru. Then some people does like, focus a special object, thinking about Buddha's quality, and cultivate that and release your unhappy sadness feeling. And some people does, like 7 lamb branch prayers. So that time you have to use this method. Then also when you meditate, you see other beings, or love yourself, or joyful, blessed. Such in this nature, so peaceful, you seeing that you're blessed. Then think other beings, or every sentient being has this nature, but they don't recognize. Then comes compassion to others. So cultivate compassion. So that's where it's like, your brains all practice together. Not only going to emptiness. If you're thinking about emptiness, it's like you never increase your quality. So that's I told you, some people think I not meditate because read only book. They don't apply methods. So you stay in the like only thinking about emptiness. Emptiness is how can meditate. Nothing meditate emptiness. You have to recognize empty is clear is a present. The present awareness. So that is nature, not only empty there, right? Otherwise, like you only think, read the book, emptiness. So you stay in the empty. Don't never increase in quality. It's the same as the strong. The strong is put in the water. You live 100 years. The strong never can soft.
Stone.
Yeah, the strong. The strong put in the water 100 years can get more soft or no? No, right? Why? The strong don't have a quality to do that. So strong never can get soft. Same thing, you only think about emptiness. You don't apply any other method. And really seeing empty is clear is empty awareness. Then your qualities cannot be increasing. Okay? So that's the reason we have to use all this method put together. When we talk about, so this is finished. By the power of wisdom, Bodhisattvas do not fall into samsara, and by the power of skillful means, they do not fall into the absorption of nirvana. So I shared that already. That is why when we are actually meditating in transcendental wisdom, or resting mind, even in meditative absorption. We are not engaged actively in a skillful means, practice such as generosity and so forth. However, this wisdom comes about because of relying upon skillful means in the beginning and at the conclusion. The skillful method is like beginning, end of the meditation. You have to apply. So that's usually we do when you meditate, We chant these opening prayers and cultivate bodhicitta. Then when we finish practice, we cultivate, think about dedications. So that's we apply skillful method. When we are resting our minds naturally in meditation, if we place our minds on a visualization or focal object of great compassion, by directing our intention to sentient beings. So then also say this section is I already shared. When you meditate, is sometimes you apply, look to other beings, apply your compassion because they all have same nature, but they don't recognize that. Yeah, that's why suffering in samsara. In this way, after one has meditated for a long period of time on conception, on compassion and bodhicitta, and become more adept in this, gradually one's mind stream will become rapid. Rapid means mind is rapid, means like your mind is transforming, and your mind is become is into the Buddha. Means like you really get arise qualities. Bodhicitta is arise, compassion is arise, wisdom is arise. And the transcending wisdom awareness, free from conceptual limitation, will be realization clearly. Such bodhisattva will become a true child of Buddha and will stand apart from all worldly beings. A bodhisattva abides in the realization of dharmata, the absolute nature of reality, and in the recognition of dharma-dharma, the basic space of all phenomena. Gradually, as the bodhisattva ascends through the higher, permits, and purified mind, he or she eventually awakens to unsurpassable, true, and perfect enlightenment. So you recognize this, like when I shared, you meditate more and more, then your levels is become gradually going up level, become one day you get level of bodhisattva. So bodhisattva is like, usually we talk about bodhisattva is who has realized first permit bodhisattva. Do you know first permit bodhisattva means? Bodhisattva has 10 levels, first to 10th bodhisattva levels. Where this bodhisattva come from? Where this bodhisattva come from, practice this method and wisdom together. So without a method, you cannot causes of Buddha, and cannot arise bodhisattva. Without wisdom, not possible bodhisattva. So that's the reason we have to use these two skillful method and wisdom together. And one day your qualities arise, become bodhisattva. First permit bodhisattva is called child of Buddha. Child of Buddha means first permit bodhisattva is have 100% can become Buddha. So not going back to again samsara. The reason is because they has already into the high level realization. So you're really seeing the absolute truth. Then you get that level, easy to get up to 2 and 3, 4, 5. So first permit bodhisattva is a very high realization. It's it's called absolute truth bodhisattva. Meaning it's who has really compassion and wisdom.
That's the first blooming.
Yeah, first permit bodhisattva. The first permit bodhisattva also has, they realize all is emptiness. You realize everything is emptiness, then you know like what usually our perception, time, and like past, future theory, they don't have like our thinking about conceptual thoughts. You know, 1 hour is for us, right? Our perception, 1 hour means like 60 minutes is for us 1 hour. That is our perception, human beings. But another beings, not thinking about the human beings, another being like maybe lower beings, like maybe dog or elephant, they're thinking about 1 hour. They don't have that perception, that thoughts, right? 1 hour. And also one bug, that bug has a different experience. 1 hour is maybe 1 year for them, right? See, 1 month is like whole life for them. So that is kind of their own experience. When you get higher level Bodhisattva, like first Pimi Bodhisattva level, that perception is gone. Like we're making like 1 hour, like this perception is gone. Okay? So that Bodhisattva said like 1 second can go to many Buddhas pure land. Because they don't have this perception like same as us. So that's the reason you don't think about, oh, you are first Pimi Bodhisattva, okay? First Pimi Bodhisattva, 1 second can go to many Buddhas pure land. Because they don't have this, our conceptual thoughts. Make sense or no? Okay. So now finish the teaching here. It's actually finishing 100%, not just stop the time, you know. We finish the whole thing. It's the Vipassana, the part of the non-conceptual resting section. So we do a little bit meditate before we go home, okay? So we don't have today afternoon section. That's why I take longer section, okay? So now we're going to do meditate a little bit first together. So what I shared the teaching. We meditated this one. It's the first, just step by step, you know, go like shamatha is better. The use focus object, and then go into the breath, then go into the resting, no using any object. Try to recognize nature. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to do dedication. This page 157. Yeah, 157. Uh, 157. Dorjen Chang, Telopa, Naropa, Marpa, Malarepa, Dharma Lord Gambopa, Pamutupa, and Lord Gomba. Please bestow us the most auspicious blessing of all the Kaju Lamas. By this virtue, may I achieve omniscience by defeating all enemies' confusion. May all who travel on the ways of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where this unborn may it arise, where this born may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. I pray that the Lama may have a good health. I pray the Lama may have a long life. I pray the Dharma activities are purified and wide. I pray that I may not be separate from you. As Manjushri, they will all realize atomic state, and as did Samandabhada, I will follow in the path and fully dedicate all the merit for all sentient beings. By the blessing of the Buddhas who attained the three kayas, by the blessing of the truth of the unchanging Dharma as such, by the blessing of the invisible Sangha order, may the merit I share bear fruit. By the virtues collected in the three times, by myself and all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by in the rule of virtue, may I and all sentient beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious enlightenment. May the teachings of the Guru Dagompa Ranachari, who is omniscient Lord of Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue to increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation unto the end of the samsara. For this realm sacred by snow-covered mountains, you are the source of every benefit or bliss without exception. Tenzin Jamso, you are one with Avalokiteshvara. May you remain satisfied under samsara's end. Embodiment of the three precious jewels, Pemapana, who holds the teaching of the victorious one, seeing all goodness, meaning with the wisdom eye, may you who are the spontaneously established activity living long for us under kapas. Noble Manjushri, the Lord of Speech, who manifests to hold the teaching of the Trapeze, who resists the lamp of the sage's teachings, may you who are the light of Dharma living long for hundreds of kapas. Next page. The one knows in the holy lanes is Ayandeva, emanate into gargling of extinct Tibet as Chidemba, the heart sound of Jigten Songo. May the life of glorious Garchin remain satisfied for hundreds of eons. In this age of staff, weighing the victorious teaching, first hardship, through his powerful Vajra-like conduct, he takes on himself the heavy responsibility of the unbeast teaching. May the Garchin, the sound of teaching, living long. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening, good afternoon.
So, just so you know, that even though Khenpo is teaching in 1 day and a half, teaching, but when you practice, if you have a question, please do not hesitate to either send us a question to the Gunda Master, or we can certainly contact Khenpo if you have a question. It's not just 1.5 day of the meditation. And even Khenpo, when we had all the program, he always have a teaching at least 1 hour teaching meditation. He would have said we have a, let's say, just to offer to everyone, just, have something to feel in your stomach. Anyway, any donation you think is greatly appreciated, but we offer that, okay? So please come to practice meditation, and it's modern way, it's modern technology. Just one instant, you can reach out to Khenpo, give me a question. Then make him happy. Because when he teaches, you know you practice, right, Khenpo?
Thank you. No, we don't.
You just put it in the box there. Yeah. Oh, this is one of the volumes of the world of the That's the world of the it's been written up, it's been translated, it's been really good. It's called Khenpo. Yeah, so you have to.
I'm sorry.
That's what you have to do.
Thank you for your help.
Mark a window. As you step up a few steps to your left, you will
There's a whole thing, okay? See that you hold that?
Oh, lift up. Thank you so very much for your help.
All right. Hey, you want this up to them? Everyone smile, man. Just you know, because you're the one who put all things together. Sometimes you have to, yeah, the label, that's what.
Nói thằng rồi bọn Việt Pháp này đi. Nó có nhiệt tiền quá mà chán nó hối kìa.
Tại là